Okay. So let's get into this problem. This problem says that we need to combine like terms. Combine like terms. Okay. So when we look at the problem, 3x plus 5 minus 10x, I see that there are two different families. I see that we have two different families. All right. Do you know what those two different families are?
Um, this the multiplication family and
All right. Good. The X family, and we're not going to call them multiplication. We're just going to call them the X family. And we have the number family. So when you see this, you probably think hashtag, right? But it also means number. It also means number, okay? So this side, this side is called the variables, okay? And then this side, they're called the constants. So we have the constants and we have the variables. The variables are on the letter side. The letters are called the variables. The numbers are called the constants. So just imagine that you have to buy some gas. Today, when you buy gas, it's $2 a gallon. But tomorrow, when you buy gas, it's $2.25 a gallon because gas goes up and down, right?
mm-hmm.
Good. So gas, the price of gas is a variable. It can change. But if I told you that a pizza is $10, you go to Little Caesars, the pizzas are $5.99. That's a constant. It's always going to be $5.99 in most cases. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, it's always going to be $5.99. So a variable may change, a constant is going to stay the same. So we cannot mix the variable family and the constant family. These families can't stand each other. They hate each other. Okay. So when we combine like terms, we have to do it in a way where we keep our variables apart. Okay. So in problem number one, we have 3x plus 5 minus 10x. What are the variables? What are the expressions that are variables?
um is it like numbers or words?
Right. So when I say expressions, I mean sentences or terms or phrases in algebra. So 3x, that's part of the variable family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And negative 10x is part of the variable family. Okay, so if that's the case, what family is the 5 in? The variables or the constants? See, the number 5 is a part of the constants, okay?
Okay.
And the 3x is part of the variable family, and the negative 10x is part of the variable family. So we can combine 3x and negative 10x. We can't combine the 5. These two are in the same family. This one is in a different family. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So if you had a handy dandy calculator and you took your calculator and you had 3 minus 10, if you had 3 minus 10 in your handy dandy calculator, you would end up with negative 7. And since it's x, it's in the x family or the variable family, we have negative 7x. And then what's our constant?
Um the 5.
Right, the positive 5. So our answer to this question is going to be negative 7x plus 5. Okay, good, good, good. So let's look at number 2. Tell me in number 2, which one is the constant? Which one is the constant in number 2? The number 2, the expression is negative 4x plus 7 minus 6x. Which of the pieces there are part of the constant family?
4x and 6x.
Oh, okay. Well, 4x and 6x are part of the variable family. But you're right, they are family. We are family. They're family. All right. So we can combine them because that's a variable and that's a variable expression, right? So we can combine these two variable expressions, which is going to be negative 4x minus 6x. And then we have the the constant. The constant is positive 7. So plus 7. So in your handy dandy calculator, you can combine negative 4 and negative 6. So negative 4 plus negative 6 is going to give you negative 10. Negative 4 minus 6 is going to give you negative 10x. And what is our constant again?
7.
Plus 7. So that's our answer. Here's our answer. So if we want to type it out in a text message, we want to type it out, then we'll put negative 10x plus 7. Good. So we have the answers to those first two. Let's now work on distribution. All right. We're going to work on distribution. So I'm going to do the first one and then you'll do the second one with me, okay? The first one, with distribution, and when I say distribution, it's the same way that we normally spell it, distribution. Distribution means that you're going to take whatever's outside of the parentheses, and you're going to multiply it by whatever's inside the parentheses. So 3 times x, and then 3 times negative 1. 3 times x, and then 3 times negative 1. So that's going to give us 3x. And what is 3 times negative 1? It's negative 3 equals 9. Now, what we're going to do now is we want the x by itself. We want the x by itself. The reason we want the x by itself is because the problem says solve for the variable. Solve for the variable. Okay. And right now we have 3x, which is the variable. That's the variable expression. Negative 3, which is the constant, equals 9, which is a constant. So if we're going to combine like terms next, the first thing we're going to do is distribute. Then we're going to combine like terms. All right. So we already distributed, so we can check that off. Did that. Now we need to combine like terms. So negative 3 equals 9. We want to get the negative 3 and the 9 together. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Well, we're going to have to subtract 9 from both sides. 3 from both sides. Add 3. We're going to add 3. So plus 3. Why are we adding 3 to both sides?
Oh, because it's two threes at the beginning. So um
Well, this is the reason that we do it. We can move things when they're the opposite. So we want to move this 3 to this side. To move it, we have to do the opposite. Now, the opposite of addition is subtraction. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. So -3, if you owe me $3 and then you pay me $3, how much do you still owe me?
three
No, if I owe you 3 and you pay me 3, do you owe me anymore?
oh no.
No, no. So it's 0, right? It's 0. All right. So now we have 3x plus 0. It's plus 0 because -3 and plus 3 is 0. You know, when you owe money and you pay it back, you don't owe it anymore. So now all we have is 3x. We don't need to have, we don't need to have the 0 sign. And what's 9 plus 3? So we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3x minus 12. Now, if we look back here, we want to solve for the variable. The variable is x, so we want x by itself. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to do the opposite, because 3x is really 3 times x. What's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Good. So we're going to divide by 3 on what sides? Both sides. So what's 3 divided by 3? In your calculator, it'll tell you it's 1. So we have 1x, but we can just simply just say x. We don't need to say the 1. We just can simply say x. All right, so x equals, and in your handy dandy calculator, if you divide 12 by 3, you're going to get the answer 4. So now we know that x is 4. X equals 4. And so to do this problem, we first distributed, then we combined like terms, then we undid the addition and subtraction, then we undid multiplication. This was first, this was second, this was third, and this was fourth. So I don't remember if you remember, but I used to do this all the time. DCUU. And that's distribute, combine, undo, undo.
Okay.
Sounds familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, well, that's what you're going to do with the rest of the problems. You're going to DCUU with the rest of the problems. So if I look at the rest of these problems, and let me clear off a screen, you're going to DCUU all these problems. DCUU, 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 DCUU. We're going to do that same strategy for these problems, okay?
Okay.
Good, good, good. I'm going to load this video onto uh, maybe the card, and I'll send you the link so that you can watch this video, okay?